You bring the Cypher back in, you run the double controller, you look to make it work, you allow Mel to move around the map and have a bit more freedom as that lurky sentinel. I'm so excited for these two compositions to be colliding, as it's City Boys, it's Cloud9 White, and this is it. This is the final map in this series. Obviously, double elimination, so nobody's getting eliminated just yet. But a good place to be, as Katsumi would have wished that dark cover would have blocked the trademark there. No, look at this from Bob. Bob doesn't even need the trigger to plan. I was so worried that Bob wasn't gonna be able to collect the second, but Alexis was there to do it.
Yeah, that's the team satellite, so definitely refrag potential. Zachary now a chance to maybe play some trigger discipline. Swing out for one from behind the box. Second right, he's gonna touch Cat there, but we'll get it through the box. So have a trade back the other direction. Giovanni caught away by the paranoia. Sasson's back up all the way to the DT angle. Not anything in the world after that fade. Jazzikin's good for one. Let's be honest, a trade. 1v2 situation, no headhunter bullets to work with.
Both players, though, a few stray bullets, a few long-range right clicks away from dying here. Okeanos pushes through the dark cover. Tap onto the spike. Both players off now, trying to play together. Our Cloud9 White. Okeanos right clicks one. Can't quite right click the second. And it's Cloud9 White, another pistol victory.
A pistol converter for Cloud9 White, and it'll grab them the first round of what is going to be a final decider in this series. 1-1 as we do come to map number 3. Full specters on the table for Cloud9 White. This round should end in a flash. We'll see if it does or not. Absolutely nothing invested into it for City Boys.
Look at this Viper wall. It's not that same Viper wall that says, hey, we want to take tower control. It gives you options because it does block off generator. It blocks off canteen. You can still look to split this site. It's going to be a whole lot harder to do so because there's 3 defenders right in the face of anybody who wants to push arcade. But no real call just yet. Okeanos, aggressive push. Shot does not land. Bob, however, does connect. Taunt comes out and over the top, and it's Gucci to get punished here. Playing too far forward. We'll see if Zachary meets that same fate. Has it incendiary. Has a couple of sky smokes to play with, but kills on both sides of the map. Maybe expecting a bit more defense out towards B. And Cloud9 White have their eyes set on A.
That they do. Util is out, and well, so are they. Down to the drop and on to the site. Spike going to go down here in the corner. Pancakes, no choice but to wait out all of that. Util, that snake bite down side of that dark cover. Now finally to fade. There's a poison orb up, so you gotta walk through. You gotta lose a little bit of HP in. Walking through into the front of the box. Giovanni caught by Cat. Same story to Giovanni, and Zachary 1-on-5. Caught on the top of the drop, and now caught by Jazzikin. A 2-0. A flawless anti-eco to come through for Cloud9 White off of what is a very slow look towards drop after the initial pressure arcade. Pulling players over to the B side and then stepping into A when they know they've got that space to do so.
4 of 5 pistol rounds won by Cloud9 White in this series. 4 of 5.
That's free rounds, man.
That's free rounds.
Yeah,
and
that second round on top.
That anti-eco was the cleanest that we've seen from them. So this is as potent as it gets in this bonus round for Cloud9 White. Obviously doesn't mean that it's, you know, a free conversion, but they cleaned up their act, man. It's looking good. Things bode well. Again, a momentum-based team, you know, getting the wind in your sails nice and early, that always feels great.
Yeah, and the Spectre still can most certainly have value. They're playing that double controller setup, so they can put enough vision and eye to these lines to get themselves in close enough to find themselves sprays. Hunts in, pink shells are as well. Will not catch Gucci though, so no damage off that initial utility. Fault line forward, pancakes in to door. Nothing to be seen though. So I went back to spawn. Util dumped for both teams towards a hallway will lead to what is a City Boys victory. They'll keep that spacing.
And I'm assuming the snake bite goes in the tower. Okeanos gonna back away from the Prowler. We'll take that one down. Here comes the blast back across the side. Okeanos answers to the raise. I was trying to stake claim to this B side, and with that, Cloud9 White say, you know what, maybe we don't end up on this side of the map. Meanwhile, Mel has been creeping through the sewers, but hasn't been getting anything. And with 30 seconds, you don't have a whole lot of options here for Cloud9.
Definitely don't. Now it's time for here. No one's able to trade off of what was that Giovanni fault line. Second fault line has come through. Zachary's not been able to swing off of it. Simbeacon in tow. This team's got 10 seconds. Still no looks in just yet.
10 seconds
Spike now
left.
making its way out of the tunnel to push forward. 4 seconds plant. Gotta remember.
One
Pancakes
enemy
is around
remaining.
Mel. Another to go with it, and Giovanni to find Bob. So a long time coming. Trying to get into that site just doesn't happen for him. City Boys will find their first round. It's an anti-bonus to be converted, and welcome to the gun round, baby.
Yeah, welcome to the gun round, and that feels good for City Boys. I think we had seen, was it a round on Haven or a round on Ascent where they win the bonus round, but they only had one player alive. So going into Cloud9 White's full rifle round, it was sticks and stones. You know, there's a rifle here, a stinger there, maybe a bulldog picked up for City Boys. This time, it's a whole lot more potent, so they can look to kind of derail this hype train that has been Cloud9 White at the start of a lot of these halves. 80% of the halves, they've been able to find that pistol round in that anti-eco. That's quick maths. I could be wrong. 4 out of 5 is just what I'm saying. 4 out of 5. I think it's 80%.
Safer. I think it's 80% too. Don't worry. I'll agree with you, and then if we're both wrong, you don't have to feel alone, you know?
Yeah. Watch out, Weltis. We're coming for your job, baby, as analysts.
Oh, timing.
Great time.
That's the screen up just before enemy down. Jazzykins is caught by Zachary yet again. This double satchel in. This time, that fake. They pulled more than enough pressure. Now he has to scale hallway quickly. 2 pancakes on site, but that is it. If he can grab 2 here, he's got the value to lead his team into a retake, and they still haven't gotten out of hallway. So the defense slowly starts to get reset. Molly going to solve some time for pancakes, and he's caught one as the paranoia is popped. Alexis falls. Gucci's now here, and man, this round fell apart before it really started.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, that it did. The solo blast pack onto the B site.
30 seconds left.
Not seeming to be working for Cloud9. Flawless round around the corner. Nope. Katsumi will collect 1, but only 1 for her troubles as she makes her exit. And City Boys, they tie us up at 2. Now you go to the drawing board and see, you know, what's going wrong with this attack for Cloud9 White. Obviously, maybe you could say that this comp is going to be a little bit stronger on defense, but you definitely need a bit more behind Jazzykins blast packet on that side all by herself.
Yeah, I have 2 issues with the fake. I have no problem with Jazzykins going in to die. Technically slated to do so in that position. Bob's talked his screen to try to sell that fake, but they faked before they've ever taken any space up towards a hallway. No one's there yet to execute on the other side of the map. So they're gambling in the first place. And then by the time they're finally ready to go, they've lost members, the defense has already been reset. They just take a little bit too long. The timing's not really there. And it leads to this loss of life for Jazzykins that creates no value on the other side of the map.
Well, loss of a life once more.
Interesting.
Jazzykins falls. I think if you're Cloud9 White, you're really just hoping to get some damage. A couple of kills in this round, maybe. Then you can look to invest some of these ults that you have, or at the very least, this Nightfall to try and hit one of these sites. Bob.
Ouch!
Bob's gone.
Yep, very much so. And that first frag, too. Gucci gets away with you so often. Just keep shooting. Sometimes he'll get kills. Okeanos will step forward into Mel. Here's the cam placement. No gun in her hands. Okeanos is going to have that one. Uses trade for info onto these players. Drop. There's at least one's coming. So it did get popped. Pops out. Prowler as well. Okeanos is going to shoot it. They know where the op is now. The CT player Giovanni is good to step for 1. Okeanos got the second from hallway. 3-2. City Boys will find themselves a flawless round. That's the anti-eco, though. Cloud9 White to grab guns in this one.
Yeah, guns up. One more ult to follow. Mel now going to have that neural theft and a timeout. Okay, I think it's a good time to call a timeout and really figure out, hey, how do we want to approach this attacking side? Maybe I kind of gave credit to that toxic screen that we were seeing that was cutting the B side in half, but maybe we do stop that toxic screen. We throw that same similar screen from Arcade that's going to cut the site in half, and we put a bit more pressure on that player that's going to be playing Arcade or Tower, right? We toss some util out that way. We look to fight and then take the B site like that, and instead of just blast packing on a bit unbridled. Obviously, they'll probably have a better read as to how City Boys are playing this defense, and that's what they're talking about in this timeout.
Yeah, most certainly. If this is an issue right now, just with taking space for the execute. There's been that initial look for contact execute that's come through from Jazzykins. You mentioned the satchel into sight. Just not quite able to take space. No one can get through arcade. They can't get the spacing into tower, which means that there's no one to help when she does get there. There's also been just pretty simple breach utility thrown by Giovanni to stall for that timing onto players coming up B ramp. So when Jazzykins does satchel through, the rest of the players sitting in fault line, and they're not able to actually swing, they're not able to trade. You see then they throw the fake off of what is that additional conditioning of Jazzykins coming into the site, but they didn't take space towards the hallway, so we're able to capitalize. So hopefully that timeout goes to just correcting what was honestly a minor issue of just a little bit of lack of communication, a lack of timing, a lack of playing together in singularity. If we can fix that, hey, we're good to go. If we can throw that fake and then have players ready to go for the execute on the other side of the map, we're good. Trouble brewing up towards satellite will lead to nothing thus far.
Look at the defense, though, for City Boys. Okeanos. Not quite the defender that I was thinking about, but the defender that ended up getting value for the squad.
Yep.
But City Boys still expecting it to be out towards B. Nightfall, this will reveal that nobody is here. 5 players, all 5 players, coming through this defender-sided spawn, and that is never a great place to try and retake these sites, but to slow things down, Orbital Strike for just a second. Pit goes out, Pancakes to be punished and sent right on back. It's Jazzy to go 1 for 1 as Okeanos plays on the outside once more. Bob's still alive, and the pit still stands. So this site, a whole lot harder to hit as Cat plays on the inside of the swamp. And look at the health bars, the decay. It's chipping away at everybody. Okeanos 1 HP in the barrel spotted. Cat to take him down. A poison cloud to boot. Another player spotted. But Cat will fall. Zachary traded out, and Giovanni just needs to jump into the swamp once more. And Cloud9 White have done it again, Cat. But at what cost, right? How much did they throw into that round just to secure it?
I'll say in regards to that round, that is a call made for a quick retake that's absolutely deleted by a Viper's pit. The orbital strike's already down for the pits come forward. The call is orbital strike, instant retake in. We're already ready to go CT. We'll catch him off guard. Issue is the Viper's pit completely kills the sight lines. There's nothing to see, but they're so deep into the retake already, it's impossible to call that one off. Everybody's in. You have to try to make something work, and they just can't. So the Viper's pit comes down for Cloud9 White to hold on to things. Good ultimate, good round for them to pick up. Still have value into this one, and Okeanos will take some of that away. Has caught Bob onto this far angle B ramp. That's a player gone. In a hallway, got value. Try to switch it up to go B. Have been caught.
Yeah, I think if ever a round of blast pack into the B site, this would have been it for Cloud9 White. We still might get it, but Jazzy's not just going to be taking, you know, a 50-50 duel. Jazzy is going to pull out the boombox, going to be playing some tunes, and there it is. Blast pack on the boombox, out the tunes come through. The shockwave from the tunes don't land, but instead it's the headshot from the Vandal, making another one. Jazzykins tired of dying after blast packing onto this B site, so is now the Grim Reaper herself as we get the boombox on the opposite side. Good damage onto Alexis, but not quite enough to find the kill. And Cloud9 White, they're cleaning up. Gucci in a 1v3. Spike to be planted. It's Alexis to get it down. Straight through the box. Not the right box, though. However, the other one cannot be wall-banged. And speaking of, bang, the shot lands. Mel closes out the round, and Cloud9 White grab a lead.
The dude is able to get in on that satchel, and then that showstopper to find value to get them into the site. They're able to hold on this time, even without the Viper, even without the ability to throw that post-plant screen after the fact, after that plant does go down as Bob falls so early. But it's all good. The rest of the gang gets together and makes it happen. So they got themselves into a lead.
Yes.
We'll see where they want to play in this round. Once again, Okeanos on the move. Yeah. Just go around, sort of force into hallway.
Wokey.
They found my trap.
Just a bit better there. Drops the op of Mel. And wants some more. I believe is out of range of the rendezvous, so won't be able to get out, but he's going to keep pushing forward. Speaking of pushing forward, it's Jazzy. Again, blast packs this time out towards the A site. Survives. And takes down the rendezvous. So now Okeanos in a tough spot. Maybe looking to back away into Sands. Bob's still hanging out in the spawn for anybody rotating. And it's Alexis to get that spike planted. Cat now, though. Cat spots the barrel. Rolling Thunder comes through. No way! Gucci dies! Jumping from ropes, and Katsumi picks up 2 huge kills. The stun into the corner. But Jazzy there to help the teammate out, and Alexis can just plant her feet and hang out on the site. Meanwhile, the cross is being held. Out for the hot hands. Out goes the Phoenix. And out goes City Boys for another Cloud9 white win.
Katsumi is icy. Is Arctic levels of cold. Sees the barrel, starts to hone in on Okeanos on his way into hallway. Sees the jump instead happening rope, grabs that look, and then comes back and finishes off Okeanos. That is so crucial. Those 2 frags picked up, hallway control secured, and Jazzykins to get involved as well onto site to break down that retake. All right, so City Boys will take a timeout of their own. Cloud9 White on what is now a 3-round run. Just as Cloud9 White took a timeout after they go 0-3, we'll see the same thing happen over here. So dirty.
So dirty. And it was almost horrible, right? It was almost worst case scenario where Katsumi doesn't close out that kill. Now Gucci is blast packing on and things are getting awkward, but Cat doing Cat things in that situation. Able to mop up both kills that she sought out for. And another good round for Cloud9 White. And more to come, right? When you think about the ults that are available, Jazzy used a showstopper rounds prior. I believe Nightfall was used as well. Mel, I believe, is still sitting on that Neural Theft. No, Nightfall is still available. So that one wasn't even used. So there's just so many tools in the toolbox here for this attacking side.
There are. The question is, how would they like to use them? Change up the default yet again. Okeanos been a player pretty much consistently on the carousel, or the carousel, excuse me, in terms of where he wants to be on the map each round. This is his 2nd time being in the same spot twice. In hallway once again, and he'll be caught out by that Prowler early. Good util to get him off, and way deeper in this angle, trying to throw out the Roomba is Jazzykins, and we'll get caught in the shoulder. So Okeanos has that one. Has secured room on the A site. And Cloud9 White, a little bit of rethinking to be done because you can't scale farther into hallway.
Okeanos takes that all day. Backed off the corner and on the jump spot from Jazzy. Oki wasn't peeking. Goes back to it. Jazzy feels safe to try and hunt for some information in way of Boombot. And will be punished for it. So player down obviously never feels good. But with this, City Boys, they're getting a little restless. Already working their way across the map. Mel's pushing up. This is the lurking Cypher with the operator. By the way, Cage goes up. That's not going to be enough, though, to keep her safe. Gucci, however,
30 seconds left.
earmuffs are on. Decay is there. Mel on the other side of the toxic screen, and Pancakes to collect. Hot hands out. And back away towards... Oh, okay, no, running back. Backs away for just a second. Pancakes going to be sent back from whence he came. The Phoenix rises from the ashes once more, but we'll see what he can do with it. In a 2v3, it's Okeanos still doing damage to the operator, and that spike is in such a bad spot. Cat to collect it. The flash comes through the push, through the smoke, and there just was not enough time for the round win. It's City Boys to do it.
Yeah, I like that. Run it back to come up for Pancakes. Started the round on 5 of the 6 ult orbs. Was able to find a frag, and then converts that into the ultimate. Coming out all the way behind Cubby. Runs it down. It doesn't really get anything, but gets that distraction. Leaves Okeanos to get out towards spawn to find that pick with the operator and allow that 1v2 scenario. This is a nice flash coming through the box there for Giovanni to allow his teammate to get set up for that final frag. Cloud9 White still in the lead, but it's just 1 round now. 3 buys for both sides of the things. A couple light armors here and there, but Cloud9 White going to take the push to satellite.
It doesn't help that Mel found that kill across the B site and is still sitting on that Neural Theft. Obviously, an extra bit of information in that round. Maybe could have swung things in their favor. Ready for it, man. Playing the Cypher is just everything that Mel needed. Good flash on the outside. Pancakes survives! And with 33 health, tries to walk away with something. Blaze, no, Bob gonna push through it. Takes a bit of damage, but will gladly trade that for a kill. But down to 10 HP is this Viper. as Katsumi is all the way up on the B site. Mel here to supplement. Gucci, though, fragging out here. That Phantom, it's ringing on through, and now in a 1v2. Cat was here all along, but could do nothing with it.
A slaughter fest of a round. Pancake's a staple in it there. Not sure how he survives that showstopper. Tucks back just in time. Also throws that flash down, so Jazzykins has a little bit of a harder time aiming where that rocket's actually going to go. Able to come out and grab that frag, and then the molly to come down to slow just a little bit to allow the rest of his teammates a chance at CT. Nice angle from Melt, who walks up B ramp in the chaos. Able to grab one, but at the end of the day, it's a bit of a slugfest onto the site, one that the City Boy is able to win out.
And now it's not great for Cloud9 White. Sheriff's a ghost, a stinger, bit of util, but some tossed right into their face. We'll back them off the angle. We trade Boombot for Boombot. I don't know how much. Okay, does get value that somebody is still looking to play here. Pancake's backs away just at the right time, though. Now Gucci looking to collect multi-frags here. 2 kills away from the showstopper. Feel nice. People to collect him in this anti-eco rounds. Pancake toss up the hot hands once more. Mel wants to push on through the stinger. It's just not quite the weapon that it used to be. With that, Cloud9 White down a player. Gucci to fall. That is one ult orb picked up. Not the way that you're hoping for. It's in way of death as the Blaze Wall will look to keep this attack at bay for now.
You saying that hurts my heart, Tanner Metro?
Saying what?
I
said a lot of
stinger.
things.
I love this stinger, man.
Oh, no. It's
Can't
it's not
believe
what
that.
it used to be. It ain't what it once was. It's past its
I
prime.
believe. Giovanni and Pancake's not past theirs. Good to find a frag of their own. The hallway push comes through, and it has
30
been
seconds
absolutely
left.
halted just as it had prior, this time off of the frags and not off the utility. Haunt will not recognize anything up close, and 20 seconds to play with. If you want out, well, you certainly can try, but numbers disadvantage for these gals. Ooh, so far so good.
Yeah, good shot on Diokianos. They're able to get some extra damage. Pancakes falls. Pancakes falls. I swear I said
Last
pain, but it
round
sounded like
in the
it.
half.
Pancakes falls. And now we find ourselves 6-5 as we go into the last round of the half. Fortunately, it is a full buy for Cloud9 White, but those tools to success, the keys to success, the ultimates that were, finding so much for Cloud9 White, they're not close to really any of them.
It's very
Stay
true. So either
focused.
do a bit of ult farming or not. Haven't really seen a ton of it this game, so certainly wouldn't expect it. We can play early arcade, caught by that fault line, and City Boy's got the read. The absolute bookworm play going on. So they've slid down into arcade. They got all that space, and Pancakes is on the back of Satellite. Has found 2, no third. But it is in that run it back, so he's alive once again. So Alexis is going to have a trade, but it's on the ultimate, which means it's still that 5-on-3. City Boy's early pressure nets 2 kills.
And with the run it back available, right, you have to assume that Pancakes is looking to get aggressive somewhere. The problem is just where. There's 4 different avenues on this map that the Phoenix can be pushing you from. And a lot of the time, it has been from arcade. So they're completely unaware of the Phoenix ult coming from Dish. And 2 kills collected by Pancakes. That's got to feel good.
Right there.
I feel Pancakes just single-handedly won this round. It's going to take, heroism out from Cloud9 White. That's a good start from Mel. Looking to equalize, finds the first onto Giovanni. Z's goes out, gets nothing. Good backstab onto Gucci from Katsumi, and I said heroism, and
30 seconds
we're starting
left.
to see the capes. Trade out, the costumes are there. No, the backstab, Mel not ready for Zachary. He spins around and collects all 3 to close out the half.
Zachary
Switching
good for
sides.
3-7-5 scoreline. The City Boys going to lead by 2 going into that side swap, and a little bit of heroism to come through. Finds the first onto Mel into that Sky Smoke. The 180 for another, and the final piece of the puzzle to close out the round. Now, we talked about the fact that Cloud9 White, with that Cypher especially, with the double controller, are going to be just a bit more defensive oriented. At least should be on paper. 5 rounds out of the attacking side is no sweat. Pretty dang close. We've talked about the fact they've won 4 of the 5 pistols. They win the pistol, they even out the game, and then they got that advantage on the defense. Things still feeling pretty good for the C9 camp.
Yeah, you are essentially a pistol round minus a spike plant from City Boys from tying us up, right? You get the pistol round, you get the anti-eco. They don't feel comfortable to force in round 2, and now we're looking at a 7-7 game as you go into your bonus. That would be obviously best case scenario. Unfortunately, they don't really have anybody looking to go fast. Maybe the Phoenix does. Flash comes through, the trap wire just doesn't matter. Doesn't even catch Pancakes. It's somebody behind him that gets caught in the trap wire, which allows him to just push on forward, find 2 kills. And now the flank comes through. Okeanos scalps 1 as he rendezvous to safety. Good paint shells to steal 1 back, but that's only 1 of 5. So a 2v4 for Cloud9 White. The clock working against him with the hot hands, going to deal some extra damage to the boombot there. We'll see how much information it garners. It seems to be absolutely none. It's 3 players just about directly here on the site, spread out between the site and tower, and then 1 in sewers to try and catch anybody on the way out, and not even needed. City Boys will grab the pistol. 2 of 6 pistols in this series, but it's enough to keep their lead.
Defensive setup looked pretty solid. That trip has to have value, though, and it's just... I feel like it got shot. I'm not positive.
No, somebody got caught.
Someone's there.
Unless because Pancakes got over it, and as soon as Pancakes got past, I heard somebody get caught in a trap wire. So maybe the first one got shot, and there was another one.
Yeah, I wonder if there's one for Canteen or not. I can't recall, but he got there fast. And the fact that I just don't think you're ready for that if you're Cloud9 White. Just the fact that you set up for what is a pretty solid sight hold, and then Utils immediately ran through. So it's tough, and well, no Util to run through this time around. City Boys going to walk straight into this B site. It's Cloud9 White. They play all the cards into satellite, into arcade area, and no one's home.
Again, a similar story for City Boys. They toss out quite a bit of Util into tower, and well, nobody is home. They are going to hold this position, though. 2 players up in the tower, and all of the extremities being held. Whether it be tower, whether it be tree, Okeanos holding underneath. Not getting anything just yet. And there's just no time to play this right now. It's good, but Pancakes cuts down 3. Bomb to answer back. And, well, it's only 1 on the round. It seemed like Cloud9 White were hoping they would catch City Boys on their way out while they were on their way in. Pancakes just sacrifices himself for 3 kills.
Yeah, it's a near sight, not a blind.
Yeah.
Grab that paranoia. Pancake still very much able to see those 3 players pushing him and just nails the shots with the Spectre. The Spectre loves a good close range spray down, and that's exactly what he got. Falls, but definitely got his money's worth. And you want to buy a rifle into this round anyway if you can. So it's quite nice for Pancakes. Gonna have that rifle, and he's gonna be into that bonus. So a bit of a hero rifle on the prowl for the City Boys. Speaking of which, the Prowler will come forward into that one way. Cloud9 White posturing pretty far in the hallway on this one.
And good hot hands at the door. Make sure that paint shells probably doesn't land where you were hoping, your Jazzykins. Meanwhile, there is nothing telling Cloud9 White, hey, they're up there, right? Typically, we see the trademark on this side of the map, the defensive lean towards the other side, and you know that maybe they're pushing this way. So instead, Katsumi just going to try and hold it. Pancakes pop the ultimate. Hasn't quite found a whole lot of value with this one, and they can't run that body down just yet. Meanwhile, Gucci was trying to help his teammate out. He pushes all the way through main, and Alexis is there ready for him. And the Stingers, or the Spectres, excuse me, they're starting to find some long-range value. Okeanos going to be pinched, but the spike does get planted. Snakebite goes out. Zachary trying to back away from it. But a couple of body shots will be enough to the vulnerable Brimstone. Now Giovanni with 30 HP. Would love to see it happen. Maybe it's quite possible. Bob on 1 health. Mel, still very healthy. And, well, with 1 HP, that's all Bob needed.
Interesting timing to come through, and early hallway control will be taken from Cloud9 White. Just have so much control into what is that retake. I think City Boys expecting Pancakes to already have been their hallway. Gucci walking in, just thinking he has the room that he absolutely does not. Allows that frag to come through, and Cloud9 White leveraging that hallway position so effectively to put so much power into that retake. It's gotten them into what is a 6-9 score line. City Boys still leading by 3. Pancakes deciding what to put in the inventory here. We'll get a Spectre bought for him. And you are playing that entry duelist. You have that potential for a bit of vision denial. So if you put the Spectre on somebody's hands, not a bad choice. Other option is being Gucci, and I mean, might be a little better on him, to be honest, if Gucci got that double satchel. I switch it away. They put him on just Headhunter. Want to say that he'd go.
Yeah, you know, in that last round, you could say for City Boys, well, yeah, they were in a bonus, but they did bring 2 rifles into that bonus and use the run it back. So that's still an impressive round win for Cloud9 White.
Yep. Absolutely agreed. They use so much. He has put, to be honest, in an interesting scenario utility-wise. Headhunter first look has not found the frag. Now that rendezvous away. Now caught by this Darko. Rest of the team gonna try to find their way out towards Sands. Whoa.
And they're out. Oh, so is Okeanos. Okeanos drops onto the site, and it's red in the kill feed. City Boys take full control of this A site. They double up on the Molotovs, on the Incendiary, and the Hot Hands out towards the spawn. Looking to get some extra damage for anybody pushing on through. And at the end of the day, the credits aren't the best for Cloud9. I wonder if they just look to save here and concede 10.
Definitely a valid question placed, Tanner. No shame in doing so. Without consent. We'll find an exit on the Jack. Look towards hallway. Mel's found another. Pancake's good for a 3K. At this point, wouldn't be shocked to see Bob look to try to take both these guns down towards site. Eco's pretty low for this team of the City Boys. You can kind of equalize this one quite a bit. You do get caught by all that spray, though. So Bob gonna head for the hills. We'll get their gun out of the round. But it has caused some damage with the counterpart of Mel.
Cat. That's one more thing that makes me a bit more of a believer in the Phoenix than the Neon, is that Blaze Wall does damage.
Yeah.
Just the fast lane used to do damage. They took it away from the Neon. Yep. Now for Pancakes, that Blaze Wall, you saw it. I feel like that right there is almost one of those, turning points where Bob is thinking, okay, I'm going to push through this and try and find the kill onto whoever else is on this site. You take a little extra damage than you're expecting, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna head for the hills. I'm gonna hang on to this rifle. That Blaze Wall, that feels good.
Yeah. And not so much as really the opponent, of course. If you're Bob in an instance, it feel quite the same. And we'll look to inflict some damage of their own, some decay, if you will. Down to B ramp. Bob gonna take all this space forward, no one to be spotted. So that'll be interesting to play forward in the future of the round. So City Boy's going to scale up towards A hallway right now. Because that water spit's so far back, it means you've got that opportunity for Cloud9 White to stack the extra player A. They've done just that. Good Yuto. Got right at the feet. Zachary opens that one. We'll catch the other as well. And Giovanni has Alexis. So three stack towards A has come through, and they've all fallen. Okeanos at the same time has walked through tunnel and has found Jazzykins. Going to be looking for this player in the pit. Bob stepped away towards rope. Still no look for either of these guys. So there it is. Bob finally to pick it up. Okeanos will fall. Not much more you're really expecting from this player, though.
No. How could you? Gucci. Looking to make a play. The satchel himself backwards. Bob would really like to hang on to this weapon. 250 credits isn't a whole lot, and I think Gucci was never going to let that happen.
I love that from Gucci. I love the mouse movement when the first satchel is thrown, thinking about, am I really gonna do this? And the reconfirm, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and does it as well. Gets it done. Satchel to come in and does land the 2 shorty shots. So that's the weapon dropped. Cloud9 White having to rebuy here, and it'll be an interesting rebuy. Can make it possible. Bob will be in quite the predicament. Ultra close to try to force their way through into this round, though. I'm not super confident in a buy here. The only thing is, Tanner, it's 11-6, so if they don't force up, you're looking at trying to play from what is a match point standpoint for the next 6 rounds.
Yeah.
And that is not
6 rounds where you have to be perfect. I'm wondering if they can invest a little in way of credits and a lot in way of ultimates. It does look like they are going to full buy into this one. And we'll see. Like you said, it does not feel good. And now, so, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? You don't win this one, you're in a save next round. You don't buy this one, you're back against the wall next round. So what better time, 5 in a row to get us tied up for Cloud9 White would need. Showstopper available. Neural Theft available for Mel. It's all about finding the kill, all about finding the body to get that extra information. And no way Okeanos collects one as Alexis is walking away. It's a 1-for-1, but it still does not feel good for Cloud9 White.
Not overpricing to come through, and that's a nice bit of zoning utility for City Boys, recognizing all that info from Okeanos that those players went down towards Satellite, isolates them from the actual site, and they're able to step in for a post-plant to be established now. And we know Cloud9 White lacking on the utility into this round because of having to go for what is his buy with the rifles.
And with your chamber dead, you have to put a player to watch this flank. The player was Giovanni. With 1-for-1, there goes the Neural Theft. Now some information to be had for Mel for the rest of the Cloud9 White squad. Cam out. Another ultimate used here. And Jazzy trying to take this one all the way into the spawn.
No.
Running the Gucci gets the rocket off, so they trade once more. But time is of the essence. You have to go right here. As Cat can hop onto the spike. Zachary going to toss out the incendiary. The spike is going to be held the whole way. And Zach has done just enough. In the 1v2, he'll die. But the round will be won. The damage will be done. And it's City Boys awarded the clutch.
It's eco-breaking and it's heartbreaking for Cloud9 White. Heroics all across the board, all across the map, and just at the end can't make it happen. Mel wins a big fight over towards Hallway, gets an opportunity for a look. They get down to the spike. They get the opportunity to start that ninja, but there's still utility to utilize. There's still that molly to come out, and
yeah,
so close, but not quite. They managed to find themselves the scraps into this round, so they've got rifles back into it. 4 of them, in fact. Just a Spectre on to Bob the Viper. Gonna need those 6 perfect rounds, Tanner.
Come on, let's go.
6 perfect rounds, and just about all the ducks are in the pond for City Boys. Finally, Pancakes uses this ultimate and gets some value with it. Katsumi, however, grabs 2 in response. That's not bad, a 3v3. Where we stand for just a moment. Nightfall available, but, well, now the Nightfall's gone. Mel gonna reassume this angle and meets the same fate that her fallen teammate did moments prior. And it's all up to Jazzy. Paint shells in the back pocket. Rifle in the hand. Okeanos spotted, taken down. Zachary a bit further off the site. Now Jazzy gonna look to clear out towards the right. Flash comes through. Pancakes tops off the round, tops off the series, and it's City Boys to move